last weekend was my first ever time being on like a bigger film set.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, like, I've produced podcasts and, like, interviews, so they're all small kind of indoor stuff. But this one was out in bumstuff nowhere, like an hour and a half away, and it was, like, just nearly outback Australia. It was so cool. It was super, like, old. Everything was so dry. They found an old church out there and a windmill and did a lot of shooting around there. But yeah, first ever time being on an actual set. And it's very interesting. I didn't realize how much the audio people stood around. There's actually like not a lot for us to do out there.
Once you've rigged it up and you've hit record, it's like...
Well, particularly with this film, there's like 2 words in the entire film. A lot of it is Foley based, and it was so windy out there that we couldn't get a whole lot of Foley while we're out there. So, we just stood around a lot of the time. I was very surprised because, the film guys are doing their shots. They're going through blocking with the actors. They're doing all this, and then we're like, yeah, we're ready. We hit record and then walk off and then just stand there while they do like 4 shots and then
wow, guys, you're doing great. Very proud of you.
Go pick it up and it's like, oh, that's it. There was one really, really funny thing. So there's a shot in the sunset. They got this really old Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
Like 84 model or something. And it's yellow. It's super, super cool. And it drove into frame, and then she like the car pulled up. She beeped the horn, like screamed, got out, and then started reading a note. And we were like, oh, we need to get all these sounds with the car because, that's going to be really hard to recreate later.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be able to, like, the car was hired, so we're not going to be able to just be like, oh, can we just come over your house and get some Foley with this car? Or, record it with my car. And it's just, I'm trying to recreate a 84 car with a 2005 model car.
Yeah, exactly.
So what we did is we're in the middle of this paddock and there were a bunch of cows. We're actually in someone's yard. There was super chill out there. The director and producers had rocked up like a week earlier.
Yeah.
And they said, we really like your windmill. Can we film down there? And apparently they're like, yeah, sure. Like, please come along, do it.
We don't get many visitors.
Yeah. Well, they had a group camping in their yard as well.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
So they do get a lot of visitors.
Yeah, well, they must do. I don't know. But like, it's a big area. They like out there. They have acres of room per house. But yeah, and so yeah, there was cow poos on the ground. They weren't fresh, thankfully.
Yeah,
the ones where we were. And so we had this little handheld recorder, this H6, and we were like, we need to get this sound closer, and we can't record it from where the camera is because it's like 10 meters away at least.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we walked around in frame and we're like, where could we put this that will be hidden? Found this giant cow poo and we put it just in front of it. And we were like, that'll work.
That'll do.
And there was so many things. It's quite funny because we put it down, we walked away, and then we're like, oh, maybe we should do this, maybe we should have done that, and like maybe we shouldn't have done this or this. And we'd put our phones underneath it to set it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it would point further at like her face rather than just the ground.
Yeah.
And we were like, I hope my phone's on silent. And it's like, I hope it's not. I hope I don't get a text because you just get zzz halfway through. And like they started filming and we're just standing there, and it was me and another audio guy. We're just like, oh no, I hope this doesn't happen. It's like, if it vibrates, it's going to move towards the poo as well. And we couldn't do anything. We couldn't, like, with the audio people, we couldn't be like, stop.
Guys, just hold on.
Cut.
Just cut this great take. I'm sorry.
The
cow patty's not big enough. Sorry.
Yeah, that was fun little things you do as an audio person.
That does sound fun.
You got to hide the recorder in frame. And they also, when they were filming in the car, because it's an actual car.
Yeah.
And a lot of time when they film for like Hollywood things, the car's like pulled apart, like there's no back of it, or and so with this one, they had to they had the camera person sitting in the passenger seat, like hanging out the window with his camera.
What were they shooting on? Do you know?
I remember seeing it, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
I could find out.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I think I'll try to find out. It was a proper cinema camera. It was
Yeah,
nice.
I would bet
Um,
either a Canon C200
No, I don't think it
or a
was a Canon.
Sony FX9.
I don't think it was a Sony either.
Oh,
Yeah, it was something that I'd never seen before.
was it like a little box?
No, it was about this long and this wide.
Huh. That's interesting.
I'll find out
Yeah,
because I don't
wonder what it
remember.
was. It could have been one
It's
of
like-
the. Oh, it could have been one of the Ursa Minis, the Black Magic ones.
No. Oh, maybe no. I don't think it was Black Magic. Maybe it was.
Yeah. Did it have a handle on top?
Yeah, maybe they didn't hold it by that. They either had it on a tripod, on a shoulder. That was pretty much it.
Right. I'd be interested to know what it was.
Yeah, or they had it hanging. Like it was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
All right.
But yeah, so there was another time, and I didn't realize how many like film people it takes to make a film.
Yeah.
Like you got the whoever's holding the camera, and then there's someone doing the focusing normally, and then there's someone else spotting the person moving the camera, and then you got in the car was someone watching the monitor. So there was someone shooting and someone watching a monitor, and then there was the director as well,
Yeah.
talking to the actor to tell him what to do.
Yep.
And so there's 5 people crammed in the car, and then my mate who was doing audio, who was head of audio, was like, we were just standing there. I was like, you take it, just hit this button, and then just let it run.
Just let it do its
It
thing.
was just 5 people crammed in this tiny little car, and it was like, here you go.
Good luck.
So, yeah, really cool experience.
Mm.
Being on a film set for the first time.
Cool.
Yeah,
That sounds fun. Sounds like it was a good time.
it was very fun.
I'm keen to see the final product in a couple months.
I will show you. Actually, because we were out there, the person
Sorry, go.
we had, the person who we teed it up with was like, she was super involved. She was involved with like heaps of wildlife stuff out there and other, lots of community stuff. And she was also involved with the cinema, the
Yeah.
little cinema there. And she was like, yeah, make sure you get us a copy of it. We'll screen it at the cinema.
Oh,
And we're just like, oh yeah.
yeah, cool.
Yeah. So
That's sick.
that'd be awesome. So you might be able to come out and have a
I would
have
love
a
to
look at
watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do a Patreon viewing party.
we could.
That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome. But yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Mm.
Now I want to make my short film.